morning. I am Brandon Sullivan, and I'm here to talk about the movie The King of Staten Island. The King of Staten Island is an American comedy drama that was released May 28, 2020. This film stars Pete Davidson as the main character, Scott. This movie also stars other big-name actors like Marisa Tomei, Bill Burr, Belle Pele, and Steve Buscemi. It is directed by Judd Apatow and produced by Barry Mandel. The King of Staten Island received a lot of attention because the movie's plot, which was based loosely on the life of lead actor Pete Davidson, who lost his father in the terrorist attacks on 9/11. The movie takes place, as the name states, in Staten Island, New York. The main character, Scott, is in his mid-20s, living at home with his mother. Scott is unemployed, addicted to drugs, and has dreams of becoming a tattoo artist. Despite his mediocre talent, we find out early in the movie that Scott has lost his father, a firefighter, in a fire when he was very little. It is clear that Scott is affected by this, but often uses humor and deflection to deal with his emotions, a common theme throughout the movie. The King of Staten Island has many adult themes and is rated R. Throughout the movie, Scott is shown doing drugs and getting into trouble with his friends. He has trouble holding jobs as a busboy and often gets in fights with his mother, whom he lives with. At one point, he even attempts to tattoo a young boy in the park. This altercation leads to the introduction of one of the most impactful characters in the story, the young boy's father named Ray. Ray begins to date Scott's mother, which Scott is highly resistant to. Ray is a New York City firefighter, something that Scott openly disagrees with, even offending him at a baseball game, saying that he doesn't respect firefighters for what they do. I don't want to go into too much detail so as not to spoil the movie, but needless to say, Ray ends up being a profound character that impacts Scott's life. This film grapples with the theme of growing up, responsibility, and facing one's past head-on. Pete Davidson is known for his often self-deprecating humor on SNL. This finds a way to make even the toughest plots funny. I want to take a minute to show you a promotional poster from this film. This poster shows Pete Davidson on top of his car with his hands triumphantly in the air. I like the way the poster expresses confidence and strength, something that Scott lacks at the beginning of the film and struggles to find throughout. According to the movie critique website Rotten Tomatoes, The King of Staten Island received 74% of movie reviewers and 83% from the general audience. For those who aren't familiar with Rotten Tomatoes, these are relatively good reviews and would equate to about 4 out of 5 stars. Critics who like the movie cite the balance of humor and the humanness of the characters. One top critic, Louisa Moore, states, "A touching story about the stumbling blocks some people face when searching for their place in the world, and the value of friendship and mentorship add when trying to move forward in life." Overall, I really like this movie. It incorporated humor throughout the movie, which is a classic Pete Davidson attribute. Although the story is based on a horrific occurrence, Pete does a nice job of finding a positive spin on it. I found myself laughing throughout.